Imagine this. It is the late 1800s. Factories are exploding with activity. Steel mills roaring. Railways expanding across continents. Ships being built faster than ever before. Work is everywhere. But no one can see it. They see workers. They see machines. They see output. But they cannot see time. And that is the real problem, because when you cannot see time, you cannot control it. Enter a Polish engineer, Karol Adamiecki. He studies steel production and notices something curious. The machines are not inefficient. The workers are not lazy. The issue is sequencing. Processes overlap badly. Tasks wait unnecessarily. One delay quietly ripples through the entire system. So he does something radical. He draws time horizontally and tasks vertically. Simple lines, representing duration. For the first time in industrial history, work becomes visible in time. He calls it the harmonogram. But here's the irony. He publishes in Polish and Russian. The Western world barely notices. History sometimes ignores brilliance, not because it is wrong, but because it is untranslated. Now we cross the ocean. Early 1900s America, industrial expansion, scientific management. Efficiency becomes a national obsession. And we meet Henry Lawrence GANTT works alongside Frederick Winslow Taylor, the father of scientific management. Taylor optimizes labor, but GANTT sees something deeper. He realizes improving task efficiency is not enough. You must improve task coordination over time. So he refines the horizontal bar chart. He adds progress tracking. He connects tasks to accountability. He makes it practical. And then World War I erupts. Suddenly, the United States must coordinate ships, ammunition, transport, factories, all at national scale. You cannot manage war with memory. You cannot manage it with intuition. You need visibility. Gantt charts are used to coordinate massive mobilization efforts. And just like that, a factory scheduling tool becomes a national strategy instrument. Now pause. What makes a Gantt chart so powerful? It is not the bars, it is not the grid. It is this. It converts uncertainty into geometry. Time becomes length. A delay becomes visible. Dependency becomes structure. When you look at a Gantt chart, your brain sees relationships instantly. That is cognitive elegance, and humans trust what they can see. But here is something fascinating. Originally, Gantt charts were hand-drawn, carefully sketched, updated manually. Today, Microsoft Project, Primavera, Smartsheet, ClickUp, thousands of tasks, automatic dependencies, critical path overlays, resource leveling, yet fundamentally, we are still drawing horizontal bars. Why? Because the human mind understands duration visually better than statistically. Even in the age of AI, we still need shape. Now let us examine the philosophical tension. A Gantt chart looks precise. Start, January 4th. Finish, March 18th. It looks authoritative, but reality is probabilistic. Weather changes, suppliers delay, scope creeps, risks emerge. The chart gives the illusion of certainty. That is both its strength and its danger. It simplifies complexity beautifully. But if we forget that it is a model, we start believing the map is the territory. That is when projects fail. Now think of where this tool shines. Construction, oil and gas, power plants, shipbuilding, defense programs, large EPC projects. Anywhere tasks depend on each other like dominoes. You cannot pour concrete before the foundation is ready. You cannot install turbines before structural steel is aligned. You cannot energize before testing is complete. The Gantt chart makes dependency visible.